Okay, we'll continue the press conference with St. Louis head coach John Hackworth. Again, if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Hey, John.
Hey, Tom.
Other than giving up that goal right after you scored, you had to like a whole lot about that game tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, just in general, I think Portland's a really good team. I said it yesterday that I thought they were a well coached, really dangerous on the attack. So for us to, you know, played with the rhythm that we had at times and then dealt with them attacking and being dangerous and not giving up many big chances, that was a key. Um, the goal we gave up, I don't, it's just unlucky. And sometimes you just can't control where the ball bounces. And that one is purely unlucky. And credit to them, like a great strike. The ball looked like it was going 4 feet, wide and then curves back in. So, um, I'm not going to hold the guys accountable for that one for sure. But then to keep grinding and to find a way to get, the second goal and then the third one right after that, really good. I think a growth moment is that we need to close out the game a little better. But it's a really good performance overall and um, something that I think the whole group knew they were capable of and kind of believed in going into this game.
I mean, you see the team offensively kind of raising its level now because you had chances, could have been 2-0 or something at the half.
Yeah, I mean, look, in the fourth minute, we built out from Roman all the way and got a chance on goal, and it was beautiful. And so, like in the fourth minute of game, I'm telling Mitch and Alex, hey, I want that in the post game review. Like that's got to be in the post game review. It was that good. So, we're playing some good soccer. We're defending better. Really like our in-game adjustments that players are making and the staff is making. So, we're making progress.
Yeah, we'll go there, then front, and then the back.
Hey, coach, and then obviously a lot of tonight too was Eddie Leuven having a great game. How much of getting all the new acquisitions in line is also about getting the most out of Edu?
I mean, Edu is one of our, best players by far. And when he when he cooks the way that he cooked tonight, it's pretty fun to watch.
And then Jake Wright comes in for Kyle Huber. That's his longest appearance since coming in. What do you think about him stepping up under short notice and playing a solid game at CB?
Yeah, really am pleased with his performance. I thought he did great. He showed all of those things in the previous appearances that he is, a ball winning player. So whether that was at the six or center back, and it just so happens that he and I had a really good conversation yesterday, and he said, "Hey, I can play center back too." And I was like, "Okay." So right before I put him in the game, I'm like, "Hey, thanks for that conversation yesterday. It was a good heads up," and he did great.
Hey, Coach. Both the games you've won this tournament against FC Dallas in the group stage and tonight, you've had over 25 touches in the opponent's box. Can you talk on how important?
First of all, I love that you bring stats to me before my staff brings stats to me, by the way. So good for me to know.
I appreciate it. Can you talk on how important those possessions inside the opponent's boxes are?
Yeah, I mean that's where you need to get to so that you have an opportunity to score goals. In the first half, I would say I would be critical of our final pass or our execution, in particular in the box. But at the same time, I felt like the chances were coming. So, really proud of the guys that we can get into those goal scoring positions. And then obviously, to have players that can execute it, it's fantastic.
When we spoke yesterday and we talked about the transfers and the guys you brought in, you said all of them said, once you get one, more will come. I don't know if you expected it to come this fast for all three of them. What's that open up for these guys when they get the first one or even the second one here? Is it confidence? Is it playing more freely? It seems like it opens up maybe a little bit more for them to be able to score more after they get just one.
Yeah, it is confidence for sure. And once you get that belief, for a goal scorer, that's what you need. The belief that you can score a goal. I also think it's about the relationships. And I think we're continuing to watch that group of attacking players build and have a better understanding of how they move and where they want balls, in particular in the box. And, that's very honestly, that's not coaching. That's players doing an unbelievable job of trying to figure out the little nuances that will allow them to be successful. But really happy for those guys because it will, again, build confidence. And then when those guys are doing what they're supposed to do in front of the goal, and guys like Josh Yarrow and Kyle Hebert, and Jaden, Tots, both those guys had great games tonight. When they're doing it on the opposite end, it just gives the backline confidence too. And I should say, it was really nice to have Roman back there as well.
It's one thing to, to be able to say it, but it's another thing to be able to see it over the last few games. Is there perhaps more belief in that locker room now that whatever has happened here in Leagues Cup can carry over into MLS play again?
Yeah, I've been talking about that, and I've been saying that we had momentum and we wanted to keep moving and keep progressing. And so nothing does that better than when you go out and have a performance like we did tonight, where we have a really good opponent, have to figure out a way to come out of halftime when you maybe felt like you should have been up, and it's still 0-0. They had some good moments in the second half too, but that, to your point, that momentum carries you through when you're playing well and you find the result. And that's something that there's still growth moments for us. Like, we still need to get better. But I think all of us can see that we're a team that is, coming together, growing, playing better. And that's what you need to do in a tournament, no matter what. So this Leagues Cup has provided us that opportunity, and it's something that we're going to try to build on.
Is part of that growth the fact, okay, you guys took the lead, you guys gave up the goal to level, and then get the 2 goals later whereas maybe earlier in the year.
Yeah, I believe that's the second time we've done it this year, right? So, yeah, huge moment. Aren't you the one that said that last? Yeah, okay. This calendar year. You say it way better than I do, by the way.
Hey, coach. You got a corner kick right within like the first couple seconds of the game, and then 2 really strong chances within the next few minutes. How important was it to set the pace quickly against the strong Portland team?
Yeah, it was very important, and we're a team that we believe in our set pieces. It's something that we are based on, and so again, now you have guys like Cello and Adu providing service, and they're dropping balls, exactly where we want them to, and the runs are being made. We probably felt a little unfortunate that we didn't get one in the first half, in particular one Josh Yarrow. You know, I'm sure he's thinking about that one, and he'll probably think about it later on this evening as he's sleeping. So, but to your point, it's nice to get that momentum and get on the front foot from the very start of a game.
The first 2 goals both really start with, I guess, the press and turnovers, and you got the ball back. That's the other side of this. We talk about the goal scoring, but how have you felt about defensively and the press for the team now?
Yeah, that's who we are. And we're always, not always, but we're going to try to do that as much as we can. In a game like today, we could have done 2 things. We could have tried to press and take away their time and space, or we could have dropped off. And, I want this team to believe in themselves. I want them to have confidence. I want them to take the initiative, be on the front foot, all of these little things. And when you ask a team to press and solve problems against a team that's pretty good and attacking you that way, and you're successful, again, nice reward.
Is Kyle okay?
I hope so. He's got a little bit of a dead leg, but he was impeded enough so that he couldn't get into a sprint. Kyle's as tough as they come. So For him to say, hey, I can't sprint anymore, it's a big decision on his part. So we'll have to evaluate how he is tomorrow and see what we have to do going forward.
A quick turn, I guess standard turnaround, but a quick turnaround to get ready for probably on Tuesday, your next game.
Yeah, John, where are we at right now? Okay, so 1-0 and that game still got a half, but at the moment we're heading to LA for a Tuesday game. So it's a very quick turnaround as well. I want to give a quick shout out. STL Santos was in the building tonight and it made a difference. So thank you for that.
All right, we'll end it there. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.